Out of order. This is one of those comedies that is just, it's a feel-good comedy, you know, and it was so incredibly well done. The story was great. I loved the way that it was written. And honestly, Brandon Routh, I think it's Routh. He's probably one of the only actors who could have pulled this off with such earnestness and innocence. It was just the chemistry between him and Sam in their scenes had me howling with laughter. It was just so good, the banter back and forth. That rapport was there. And Krista did such an amazing job. It was like immediately when you start seeing her and Brandon together, you're hoping that they end up together. I loved the double life that he was leading, and kudos to makeup department and making him look different. The blonde hair was fantastic. I'm sorry. I'm laughing about it while I'm thinking about the whole story and seeing him like that and the way that he took on this character. Brilliant. Whole film. Brilliant. Loved it. One of my favorite comedies to date.
I really liked Out of Order. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a creative idea. I don't know that I don't remember the last time I saw a courtroom story that was a comedy. I really like that, combining two different story areas. Like usually courtrooms are deep dramas, you know, at least from what I remember. And I thought this worked. I thought it really worked. I thought it really like a cool idea, something I'd never seen before, and like executed at the highest level. I thought it was genuinely funny. It reminded me of like Mrs. Doubtfire or like any sort of sitcom where they have like two dates at the same time. Like that always, I mean, it's a tried and true comedy like skeleton. So and it works every I love it. It works every time. It's great. This one was no exception. Like um yeah, and I thought also it had a good love story, good romance also mixed in there. It was a good time. It was a fun time. I don't know. Great job.
This film was a nice light comedy. I expect I'll see it on Netflix or something soon just because of the named actors in it. They were like big back in the 80s, early 90s. Familiar faces, anyways. Quite familiar then. The comedy style was kind of nostalgic back to the 90s too, where it was light, comedic, where it was easy to laugh at. Nice, just lighthearted, something that we're really needing right now in this world. It's it was something familiar, not really too much into the legalese. It was just a guy going from one end to the other. I'll have to say that the end threw me for a little bit with that end tag thing where I was like, where it confused, where you saw him kissing that one girl that at the beginning he threw into the trash and then helped her win her lawsuit. It threw you where he's kissing her and then goes back to what you thought was his fiance and then was a trick shot. It kind of got you at first where you're like, wait, what happened? So it was a nice little trick. But this really was a nice, just light-hearted comedy. It's good for people who just need something to sit back and relax and get away from the world for a little bit before going back to it. Just something nice to laugh at with a nice, awkward character but relatable guy where he's just so relatable. I really liked where he was going back and forth where he gets offered a new job but is like, do I quit? Do I give it a 2-week notice? Something that's so relatable to the real world, and this movie had so many instances like that.
In the feature film romantic comedy Out of Order, we get to see a gentleman who loses his girl, and in doing so gets the oomph that he needs to make his life better. He makes motions to better his life, better his career, and in doing so, he gets a job opportunity he simply can't refuse, thinking that this is the thing that he's going to get in order to get his girl back. And as he goes to tell his boss this news, he finds his boss in the hospital. Now, this is a person that has given him a starting point in his career, someone he respects and enjoys, having a relationship with. So, as when his boss asks him to take on this case for him, he simply can't refuse, putting him in a tough position as he finds himself working not one but two jobs, despite his friend telling him that this is a risk that he could lose his career from. Does he want to take this risk? And what I love about this friendship is that even though he knows he's doing his friend is doing something that isn't ideally acceptable and necessarily good news, he's still there, willing to support his friend and be there for him, despite the situations that he has gotten himself into. There is definitely some romantic sparks, not only with his ex-girlfriend, but with the person he's taking the case for. It's natural, and he finds himself honestly falling into a predicament that seems to be better than the life that he expected. And so he's getting this push and pull from two different directions. This life that he thought ideally was the life that he strove for, he needed, he wanted. But he finds out that there are things to love in the reality that he already has building for himself. He's able to see the beauty that exists within that, and he gets to not only build his own life, but build love, family, friendships in more ways than we can even quantify. Though there is some chaotic moments of him finding that lesson and getting to this point, but that's what's so fun about this journey. It's interesting that there is no climatic moment that makes us feel that intensing pressure of they've lost everything in order to get it back. Our character completely gets away with this swap up, and the only people that seem to notice in this film is the jury members themselves, and the audience, of course, too. So it's as if the jurors and the audience are in on this little secret, and that everyone, these lawyers, these supposed smart, intelligent people, it's gone over their heads. So it's just adding that extra joke, that extra layer of laughter to the humor that is in this romantic